I was gonna say you're kind of like the female Nipsey Hussle, being
Oh,
that
thank you.
he started from the ground up, independent all the way. I know later on in his career he did sign with some other bigger companies, but for the first decade of his career, almost, it was him doing his own shows, him doing his own merchandise, him putting out his own music. Have you ever been compared to other independent artists like that?
Yes, and it's really cool to be compared to Nipsey Hussle. People barely started comparing me to Nipsey Hussle very recently, I think, because I'm just really reaching different levels of my career, and I really aspire to be like him. He's one of my biggest inspirations, and I feel like also, like him, I do a lot of work with the community. I'm not just only rapping and then not giving back at all. I feel like he gave back a lot to his community, and I'm constantly giving back to my community. I'm doing workshops with the youth. I'm doing guest speaking in junior high classes. I'll be inspirational speaker at high schools. I go talk to universities. I talk to kids in drug programs. I'll do poetry workshops, and all for free. Like, I just go do it. Tomorrow, actually, I'm gonna do another event with the youth. Actually, I don't really post about it a lot, but it's something that I really enjoy doing, and so I really like that I'm getting compared to Nipsey Hussle. I think that's really a very honor for me, So I feel like when I first started throwing shows, it wasn't for the money as much as it was for performing, and it was more that I didn't want to get ripped off for performing. Because of course I didn't mind getting paid $100 for a show, but then when the promoter said he could only pay me $50 because he had to pay this and this and this, I started getting mad. It was more like kind of like an ego thing, like, fuck these fools, they're not gonna fucking rip me off, I'll do this shit myself, So but then I made all the money for me, and then I'm like, wait, I made $500 tonight. That's fucking crazy. And then it was like, oh shit, I made $1,200 tonight. Like, oh shit, I made $3,000. It's like just kept growing over the years, and so now I don't have time to do that anymore. Now I only get booked for events. Once in a while, I'll probably throw like 1 or 2 events a year, like max. But now I only will get paid to do an event because I can't do all that. It's a lot of work throwing events. But when I was doing it, yeah, it's honestly, that is how it started. It was just more like an ego thing that I wasn't gonna let somebody fuck me. So I started doing it myself. But then I started realizing, like, oh shit, this is fucking dope. I'm making money throwing parties, basically. Like, this is so cool. And then after shows, I would also sell my merchandise as well. So it's like double, more money's coming in. And then when I started making that money from the shows and the merchandise, that's when I started being able to hire people. And then I was like, oh shit, I actually need to hire people because I can't even do all this by myself. I was trying to make my album, I was trying to book a tour, and then here I am, have to ship out all these orders this week, and I couldn't do it. I didn't have time. And so then one of my homegirls, she was helping me too. Like, I would just pay her a little bit of money, like what I could, at the shows. And then she ended up helping me with my merchandise, and then she would like fold everything for me and send out orders, and then I was paying her. I started paying her just the bare probably minimum wage because that's all I could afford. I was fucking living at my grandma's house still, and in the basement, and yeah. So anyways, so that's how I started being able to pay people to work for me, and now every year my staff is growing a little bit, and I get to pay people more because I'm making more money, and it's always like my family and my friends that I work with. I know a lot of people say like, oh, business and blood don't mix or whatever they say, but I really don't like working with anybody that's not my family. Like, and family is including like my best friends. Like, I honestly have a lot of trust issues. I'm sure most people do, but especially with doing what I do, I feel like it's a really like privilege to be around me right now because you're gonna get paid with money, but you're also gonna get paid with a lot of other things being around me, and I want to make sure that the people that I'm sharing that with, that they are people that I want to share that with, like it's not something that I want to share with somebody that I just met because this getting to this point in my life has taken me 10 years to get here. So I'm very picky with who I'm going to share that with.
You do a lot of touring in Europe and Eastern Europe. How did that come about?
So basically, about 10 years ago, I started seeing my homegirl Gavlin go to Europe. She was touring in Europe. And I was like, man, that's so cool. She's touring in Europe. Like, what the hell? And then I saw the booking agent's name on the flyer. I was like, and then simultaneously, people were always asking me on Facebook and YouTube, when are you going to come to Europe? When are you going to tour in Europe? When are you going to come to France? And I was like, okay, I'll be there ASAP. You know, I was like, I'm never going to go to France. How the fuck am I going to go to France? I can't even spell France, you know, like, and then, I remember when she went over there, I was like, you know what? I'm going to message the person on the thing and just tell them, hey, people are always asking me to go to Europe. Maybe you want to book me there. So that's what I did. I literally messaged the booking agent, and then I said, hey, Rita G. Bookings, and I still work with her to this day. Hi. And then I said, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I wanted to show you my music, first of all, and I want to let you know that a lot of people are asking me to go to Europe in case you want to book me. If you don't want to book me, it's all good too. Much respect and congrats on what you're doing with Gavlin. And then she wrote back to me, and surprisingly, she was like, hey, Reverie, I know who you are. I've been meaning to message you about coming to Europe, but I hadn't gotten around to it. And I've been meaning to do it for months, so thank you for reaching out.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we were exchanging emails and messages for like 6 months, and then next thing you know, I had my first tour in Europe.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.